Session 12, and I believe this is the 28th, 2 days before the holiday. The mysteries of the Year of Purple Dragons continue to unravel in the forest kingdom of Cormyr. In the outpost of Thunderstone, nestled against the verdant expanse of the Hulk Forest, our tale resumes with the band of heroes known as Much Obliged. Your recent victories have given you a sense of accomplishment, and already whispers of hope have begun to stir among the townsfolk. Your investigation into the community manor led you to a series of catacombs where you encountered a trio of young thugs. After a tense confrontation, you managed to capture 2 of them alive, their fear-filled eyes revealing more than their words ever could. They spoke of a mysterious figure named Harp, who hired them to work against Haldar Huntsilver's reforms. Back within the manor, Delryar experienced a powerful flashback, a vision of another life, another self. The discovery of a suit of armor, forged and then destroyed by his other self, has added another layer of mystery to your journey. What secrets does this armor hold, and what does it mean for Delryar? Meanwhile, the political landscape of Thunderstone continues to shift. Figwyn and Corthyndahast have requested a list of potential future victims from Haldar, hoping to predict and prevent the next tragedy, and in a twist of fate, Falaghard has been tasked by his mysterious employers with selling Mordenleaf to Vayne Dracohorn. As the morning sun casts long shadows over Thunderstone, you find yourselves on the precipice of uncertainty. The mysteries that have gripped the town are like a knot tightening with each passing moment. The stakes are higher than ever, the challenges looming large and ominous, and the path ahead is shrouded in shadow. Your journey continues, and the weight of your responsibility presses heavily upon you. Welcome back to Cormyr in the Year of Purple Dragons. Now, you guys all were having breakfast at the Sign of Thunder, except for Fal, who left. And I believe just about now would be when Fal is coming back.
And sorry, I'm just trying to remember when they went to go visit Haldar. That was last night.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go in and immediately start looking for cash.
I am assuming you mean this cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is morning?
Yes.
He would probably be having finished breakfast, he would probably have gone back upstairs. He's rereading Mira's letter.
Okay. I'm gonna just head upstairs, and Fal's gonna knock on the door that Cash has been staying in.
He'll answer it after making sure Fig is good with company. He'll answer the door. Didn't see you at breakfast.
Oh yeah, I got some oatmeal with a friend. I just wanted to chat real quick. You know, I think we all saw you with the log back there, and I think you mentioned something about some experience with the shady group. I was kind of hoping you might have some advice.
Let's take a walk. And so he will, he had the letter in his hand. He'll stuff it in his inside pocket, and he'll start leading Fal out into the street. And we'll go walk aimlessly while we talk.
Yeah, it's not quite as abysmally wet and rainy today There's still a little bit coming down, but it's much more bearable. Still, the streets are somewhat quiet. It's slightly early.
So, as they leave the inn, Cash gets probably a block and a half worth of buildings away, and then says, "What do you need to know?"
Val just looks around. You sure Corthynd can't hear this?
Cash also looks around and says, "He's not here. As far as if he can hear us with magic, I wouldn't know, but I assume not."
I don't know. Well, whatever. They'll probably hear about it soon enough. But I have another job aside from what we've been doing with Haldar. And it's pretty secretive, so I figured you'd kind of know how to deal with that stuff, sneaking in and out of places. They kind of want us to, well, they want me to go handle some shady business with those nobles that we checked out a little bit ago.
So Cassian wasn't there. I don't know that he knows anything about the Dracohorns.
You know that they visited. You certainly know the name. The Dracohorns are roughly similar in size and status to House Seasilver. Your brother actually has, of all things, made a few small trade deals with them. Like, they're a thing. And you know that the party has met with them. At least some members of the party have met with them.
Okay.
I think you also know that both Vayne and Veronica Dracohorn were on Fig's list of V-named people. And you know, I'm sure Fig has told you at this point that Veronica definitely had the coin and is the one who took it to the
Taylor?
the tailor, but you don't know how she got it.
So, considering all that, when Fal says those nobles, Cassian looks like speculative for a moment, and then he says, "The ones with the coin?"
Yeah, those ones. Kind of spooky. Well, I guess you wouldn't know, but yeah,
I've
the
not
Draco
made their
ones.
acquaintance personally, no.
Yeah, bad vibes.
So,
Well,
wait, let me get this straight. You
Mhm.
saw me pick a lock, and now you think I should help you commit crimes against another noble family?
Oh, did you not tell us all when we were in the room that you were with like some criminal organization a while back?
I was not in a criminal organization. I'm not sure what you understood that to mean, but I just know how to pick locks.
Oh, well, that's nice. I must have really misheard something. Anyways, I guess I already spilled the beans.
Well, what kind of crimes are they? Sneaking,
Well,
stealing, bartering for secrets?
threatening, possibly assault, and then stealing's already done, so we're good there. Drug running. Yeah, that's probably the main one.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty familiar with threatening. And you can see, like, Cassian is extremely pale, but there is just this, like, kind of pall over his face when he talks about this. And he says, "You're in something deep, aren't you?"
Yeah, so...
All right. I'll help, and I won't tell the others. But when we finish, I need you to tell me why we're doing it.
Well, to be honest, I can tell you that a lot sooner.
I don't want to know, because if it's not a good enough reason, I can't do it.
Okay, well, we're gonna need the others.
So it's not just going to be us?
No, like I said, I guess I misheard, and I thought maybe I'd talk with you before telling the others, because, it's not the typical job.
I have done some work on the night side, as it were, but it was never organized. I was always looking after my own interests, and I mostly used money to do that.
Well, I mean, we might just be making a deal here, so that's good.
Very good at deal making.
Perfect. That's really, I mean, that's all this is a deal, but for a lot of gold, and we gotta kind of make them scared. So they gave me these. I'm gonna hold out the little spheres.
What are these?
It
Actually,
looks-
before I ask, does he immediately recognize them?
No. They look like little multicolored. Okay. They're a Jello shot, but multicolored and ever so slightly more put together. They're not falling apart in his hands, but they're clearly like little small balls of jelly. They almost look like bouncy balls, but edible.
And I've never seen anything like this before.
No.
Cassian looks at them and kind of like pokes at one a little bit.
It jiggles.
To like take in the consistency. Yeah. And he says, "What in the hell's is this?"
I don't think they gave me a name, but
maybe it's better you don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't look appetizing, but I think we're supposed to eat these, and then kind of disguise ourselves as some thugs or something. We can ask the group, but to be honest, probably better just figure that out all together if they're even interested, but it's gonna be like 250 gold out of this.
250 gold will buy a lot of healing potions.
Yeah, and if we don't, the town might see some trouble. So,
How do you mean?
well, to be honest, I'm not too sure. It sounded like Dracohorn. So, oh jeez. Yeah, there's a lot you don't know. So Del caught me with like 5 pounds of super deadly drugs. Uh, long story short, they came from Dracohorn, and he's in trouble. Maybe it would be better. I don't know.
Let's go talk to our friends. It sounds like this is a story that needs multiple parts and players.
Yeah, sure.
So Cassian will like loop them back around, back towards the inn. And when they get there, he'll just knock on the door to the guy's room and then let them know to like circle up in his room with Fig.
And Fal's just gonna sit there, looking really awkward, and not initiating this.
After Cassian realizes that Fal is not going to start having the conversation, he'll like roll his eyes and say, "Something apparently happened at House Dracohorn that I didn't know about, and that's fine. Honestly, I don't want to know. But I believe they may have trouble coming to them, and our friend here, Fal, seems to be the hands for that. Can you explain what we're doing?"
Yeah, so, I mean, I got those tea leaves back. He just looks at Del and Fig. And I should probably just tell you guys at this point, I have a second job. Well, I guess it was my first job, but I work for a group that's been keeping an eye on things here, and well, Dracohorn stole all of this all of these Moradin leaves, which I don't have on me right now, but Del, I think you know it's pretty deadly stuff. So I took it and sent it to my group. Now they're curious about Dracohorn and want to see how bad he wants it. And they want us to arrange the deal.
This group that you're part of, what nature of group is it exactly?
The secret kind.
Okay, but if you want us to do your secret missions with you, you have to tell us the secret of what group it is.
He just kind of looks around a bit. I work on behalf of the throne, but that's all I can say.
DM, does Cassian know from his own like night side shit anything about a group that works in support of the throne?
Yes, I also would like to know what to roll to see if I know about this What Works group.
Tanis, can you remind me what you just said? I was reading something. What exact words did you use?
Yeah, I said I work on behalf of the throne.
Thank you. Okay, I need everybody who is interested in that to make a history check.
Could have bumped mine higher while you were rattling it into mine. That would have been nice.
Ash, you're a little confused why Queen Raedra of Barskir would be interested in supporting the sale of an illegal drug in her country. Fig and Del, you're pretty sure this is not Raedra, but you have no idea who else it would be that would have the name of the throne. Unless one of you wants to commit a reroll. That's what she got.
Fig's just looking at Fal with, like, obvious skepticism.
It seems like an odd activity for a group that, well, is at the commission of the Queen.
Oh, well, I don't answer to the Queen. I'm... I'm kind of low on the totem pole.
Which throne, Fal?
The Iron One?
Now I need all of you to make another history check. Much more fitting. Ash, you're now very aware that he's not talking about the Queen, but you're not sure who. Del, there is a mercenary organization that operates out of Sembia and Highdale and similar places just east and north of Cormyr, known as the Iron Throne. You know them as mercenaries, not as illicit drug runners. But they are called the Iron Throne.
And I mean, as far as this job goes, I think the main thing for us is to spook them. They gave me these. I'm going to hold out the jelly things. They said they wanted us to disguise ourselves as like some mean-looking guys and go just kind of put the fear of the gods in them for trying to take all this Morden leaf. And get like 1,000 or 2,000 gold from it or something. It was a lot.
So, I just want to make sure I'm understanding this. You want us to go do this super illegal thing for a group that you're not being very forthright about, for motives that you're not being very forthright about, and there's a chance it could ruin my shot at being a Purple Dragon Knight?
Well, I mean, I'm not forcing you to. But I got 5 of these things.
What happens if we do this and Lord Dracohorn gets all of this extremely poisonous whatever?
Then, well, if he agrees to the deal, then one of the other agents will be handling it from there, and he deals with more of the higher up guys and stuff, so. So I guess if we do the deal, we get paid, and they know how bad he wants the Morden leaf and might look into why he wants it so bad. I don't know. I just don't have all the details.
Do you often do jobs where you don't have remotely all of the details?
Almost exclusively.
Wonderful.
And what do you get from helping them?
Gold, mostly. Some connections.
What end?
Well, at this point, I've just kind of been sending it to my mom, sending it to Dolly, Dorn. I don't know, just I don't have much need for gold, so I throw it around.
I don't like the way this smells at all.
You are entirely looking at this group as a means of money, but you don't seem to care why they had their hands on this much of this to begin with.
I'm sure they have their hands on way more than just this. I mean, it's a pretty big group. They kind of doing all sorts of stuff.
That does not answer my question. What do you want out of this?
Oh, out of the job?
Why are you working for them other than money? There had to be better places to get money.
Not always.
A noble would say that, yeah. No. I met them after I was scouring a battlefield trying to scrounge up whatever weapons I could to sell. I was captured, thrown in prison for it. And then they helped me out of there. Gave me a job. And I haven't really found an exit route yet.
Do you want one?
Yeah.
So you are indebted to them.
I guess.
Perhaps not formally, but you feel that you owe them and are worried of reprisals in some form if you would just tell them no.
Yeah, I mean, once you start hearing and like handling pounds of Morden leaf, it's, you gotta start wondering if they'd let you walk away knowing all that.
Seems like a very dangerous business to get your extremely new associates into.
Yeah, but I mean, owlbear spirits and living armor. everything else, you guys are the first group I've ever run into that seem they could handle the danger.
It doesn't make it right to make that danger happen.
It's gonna happen, with or without you.
And with or without Val. If he doesn't do this, someone else does. That's the way this sort of thing works.
And again, if no one did do this deal, it sounded like there would be other dangers coming.
Figwyn, come over
Yes,
here for a
Del.
moment.
Big will get up and come over there.
I'm going to talk in low voices. I understand that this would make you uncomfortable, and if you would like to wait, then perhaps it would be best for you not to know more. But if his connections are what I think they may be, I need more information.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
She wants to know why Del wants more information.
They're possibly a very powerful group that could be of use. Either actually assisting us or dismantling.
Big just kind of stands there for a bit. She looks very, very uncomfortable with all of this. Like, she just doesn't understand how it could be useful to do shady shit. I just have to wonder if Lord Dracohorn was going to be in trouble for having all of this illegal herb. Why would it be our problem that trouble is coming to him?
This is not necessarily our problem, but it is an in. This allows us to get information that we might not have otherwise.
I don't think I can go and pretend I'm something I'm not just to potentially hurt innocent people. I need to know why before we do this. So maybe you're right. Maybe you
Why
just
I
go downstairs
wanted
and
to
make
speak
some
with
muffins.
You can wait, and we can get information, and I will share with you what I feel would be comfortable for you to know.
He just kind of nods for a bit and then turns towards the other two in the room and is like, I'm going to go borrow the inn's kitchen again. But if you're in real trouble, if you need me, find a way to get me a message.
Okay.
And then she just goes downstairs looking very unhappy with this whole situation.
My scruples went, out to sea. So, if you need help, I can help.
Hoping you would actually alleviate suspicions from Dracohorn of my family and myself in particular in the involvement of the disappearance of those herbs.
Oh, I thought you just thought you took a book.
He mentioned the herbs. Why do you think I asked you about them?
Oh yeah.
My thoughts on this is that I need to go and clear things up and return the books. If possible, you two can come in disguise while I'm having my conversation. And I will attempt to manage the situation between the two sides. So we will have a legitimate face at the meeting, as well as unknowns.
Painted faces. I don't love it, but if this is what needs to be done, then I'll find a way to do it.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. It'd be nice not to do it alone. I mean, it's really just a trade deal. So
It is a trade deal for some dangerous substances. Let's not sugarcoat this.
yeah, but he had them. I've had them.
That doesn't make them any less dangerous.
No, but it's a known danger that half the parties involved will already have experience with. So, this should be fine.
Don't ever say that.
All right.
So we are Fal and I are disguising ourselves and taking these little jello shots. So before we move forward, Cassian will point at the jello shots and say, "What the fuck is this?"
You know, I think I'd rather not know, but we don't have to eat them right now. I still gotta let them know that the plan's a go. So,
How long do you need?
I'll talk to them by the end of the day, and they'll let me know what we need to do. So,
I want to come with you when you go talk to them.
I'll need to let them know you're coming.
You do that.
I will write a letter to find out what time I can call on Lord Dracohorn. We can plan from there.
Cool. So, what did you guys have planned for today?
My plans were pretty much blasted to bits after our conversation. But prior to that, I was going to call on Huntsilver.
Well, there's still plenty of time, like I said, so...
My only plan was to discuss with Dracohorn. So I was planning on just going over there, but if we want to plan this, we need to know a time. Besides, nobles like having their schedules.
Indeed, everything in a pretty little box. I'll take my leave of you, gentlemen. And then he looks around and realizes he's in his own room and is just like, okay, fuck it, and walks out. He's going to head to House Huntsilver.
I'm just going to go write a letter to have delivered to Dracohorn.
Okay.
Val's just going to
Request a
sit and
meeting
stew.
tomorrow.
How are you going to let them know that Cash is coming? You don't have to answer that yet, but,
Yeah.
That's part of the stewing. Figuring that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Fig, I assume you look somewhat upset when you make it to the kitchen?
Yes, because she has no sense of deception whatsoever.
Mavis is exhausted. She's normally gone to bed by now. But when you get there, she is in there talking with her son, and she looks up at you and just immediately comes over and gives you a hug. She is at hip level, so she's hugging your hip. But she hugs you and then says, "What's the matter, dearie?"
Fig will happily give the hug back as best she can and just be like, oh, just some friends making some poor decisions. That's their prerogative, but I don't think I can make that decision with them, so I came down here to see if you would let me stress bake.
Oh, of course. Do you need any help?
I don't need it, but if you want to help, I would welcome your company. You do look like you're tired, though, so I don't want to infringe on that.
Oh, it's a bit past my bedtime, but I can stay up to help you bake for just a little while.
As long as you don't put yourself too out for it, I would be happy.
No. Come now, show me a recipe. Let's get started. And she will help you bake. Ash. You make it to House Huntsilver. It is just before noon. The guard looks up as you approach. Moro?
Good day. I'm here to see Lord Huntsilver's ward.
Ah. Righto. I'll see if she's busy at the moment. And he beckons you inside the grounds, takes you across into the main room of the house as you sit there in a parlor waiting. It's not even 5 minutes later that the door bursts open and Mira rushes across the room and hugs you.
Cassian was sitting, but as soon as she comes in, he wraps her up in a hug, kind of swings her around a little bit. It's extremely undignified. And then
the door opens again, and Penelope follows her in. And before you can even quite put Mira back down on the ground, Penelope is also hugging you.
He will hug her as well, though in a much more gentlemanly fashion.
Uh-huh. Passion, what are you doing here?
It's very good to see your face. I got your letter.
You remember Penelope?
Of course. Penelope, good day to you.
Passion, it's good to meet you again.
Cassian pulls Mira's letter out of his pocket and says, "The information you provided us with was so helpful. Thank you."
Oh, I'm just glad I could be useful.
It very much was. I did wonder, He finds the line in the letter where she talks about the secretary, and he says, "This secretary, might I meet her and thank her as well?"
Oh, hold on, I gotta find her name. Oh, you mean Minerva? Minnie, yeah, well, I can see, she's... Penny, can you go find Minnie for me? And Penelope nods and turns and heads off. Why do you want to meet Minerva?
Oh, I just wanted to thank her personally. We've been doing a lot of work toward finding these kidnappers, and this was a great help.
Oh, is that the only reason you came by?
No, I wanted to see you and make sure with my own eyes that you're okay.
I mean, of course I'm okay. Boredom is going to be the only thing that hurts me here.
Are you well in spirit?
As well as I can be. I'm spending time with my best friend. I'm being a little useful, although I don't have much else to investigate right now. Is there something else I can do to help?
I don't want you getting too wrapped up in this. It's very dangerous business.
Well, I know, but I'm only talking to normal people in broad daylight.
Still, it's supposed to be a secret that you're here, right?
Well, that's why I careful to conceal my features when I go out.
All right. I just
Minnie's really good at helping with that.
Really?
Yeah. She's got these powders that she can use to change my hair color. It's kind of hard to do anything but brown, but does a decent job of hiding the red.
That would go a long way to disguise you. And he runs a hand through his own extremely red hair. And Minerva, you said her name was.
Yeah. Lord Huntsilver introduced me to her.
Is she from this area?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Reasonable, I guess. She's a secretary, right?
Yeah.
He kind of there's an almost imperceptible flinch when she agrees with that, but it's fine. This is fine. And then he will probably just I don't know, talk to her about making sure that she's eating well and she's
Yeah. So you guys make small talk about, what it's like living at Lord Huntsilver's hall, which is much bigger than House Seasilver's anything, for a moment or two. And then there's a knock at the door. And Mira calls, "Come in!" And the door opens. And in comes a woman she's short, mousy brown hair, gray eyes, slender, slightly pointed ears, and a very, very recognizable face. Or rather, a face that no one would really recognize in a crowd. It is Mouse. And she looks at you, and hesitates.
Cassian crosses to her and gives her a short bow and says,
He curtsies.
"Very nice to meet you, Minerva. My name is Cassian."
Nice to meet you too, my lord.
I understand you are to thank for some of the assistance we received from Mira.
Well, I do what I can to help.
It was much appreciated.
Oh, well, whatever I can do to help.
Do you ever go into town, or you just stay here?
Sometimes, when she doesn't need me.
Well, I'd love to buy you a drink. I'm staying at the Sign of Thunder.
Mira
And I'm
makes
there
a slight
all the time.
stifled squealing noise at that and covers her mouth.
Cassian, completely ignores her.
Minerva has the good grace to blush just a little and lower her eyes and say, "If that is what my lord wishes, I would be pleased to join you for a drink sometime."
Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you again. And then he's going to turn back to his sister and say, "Mira, I really must return, but it was so good to see you."
"Shall I show you out, my lord?" says Minerva.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Mira comes and gives you another hug, kiss on the cheek. "Stay safe."
I'm doing my best.
She hugs you one last time and then heads off.
So is it just Mouse and I in the room together?
She, by the way, is dressed far more sedately than the last time you saw her. She actually has a dress on.
He looks her up and down and says, "You clean up quite well." But then,
Oh,
so
shut
do
the
I.
fuck up.
Why are you here?
Because I didn't have a lot of options after you left.
No, I know that I was funding quite a few underworld endeavors, but
Wasn't the money. Your parents turned the whole city upside down.
what do you mean?
I mean that any trace of your connections to the underworld have been erased.
Erased how?
Well, several were arrested. Others weren't so lucky.
Have you heard about Ricard?
If you mean your lover boy captain, he is sailing the high seas. Happy
So they
as you
haven't
please.
caught him.
Oh no. I mean, he had the fastest ship in the fleet.
Good.
And-
That's good. That's what he needs.
And he's smart enough to stay away. And I don't think Rhaedra's going to lend her own fleet to your family. So, as long as Galdertam doesn't go after him, should be fine.
All right. Well, How did you end up here, though?
Do you really want to know? Or do you just want to be glad I'm here?
I am glad, but I really want to know.
I followed you. Well, I followed your brother.
Of course you did.
And when I got here, I informed Lord Huntsilver that I was yours. Was able to give him enough details to convince him, and he agreed to allow me to serve as her bodyguard. Under the guise of secretary. Mira doesn't know.
That was my next question. She can't know.
I'm aware.
What do you want?
I'm already being paid.
And there's nothing else.
Eventually, I'll set up my enterprise here. And then I'll just want to go back to the way things were.
I don't have any need to buy secrets anymore.
You'll always have need for secrets. You just don't think you do.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right.
He looks very like... Yeah. And then says, I may have already gotten into some bad business, so if you set up shop quick, it probably wouldn't be unnecessary.
What do you need to know?
I have a friend-ish, sort of. And he will tell her about Fal and what he knows of this situation.
And so you want to know about the Iron Throne? About Mordenleaf?
Yes.
About Dracohorn?
Yes.
Thought you didn't need secrets anymore.
I guess you're right, like always.
I'll give you one for free. The Iron Throne. On the surface, they're a group of mercenaries. But, like the Zentarim, they are more interested in how much money they can make than who they work for or what morals they are serving. So, mercenary can include protection, assassination, going to war, smuggling weaponry, and smuggling drugs.
Not a wonderful bit of news to find out about your adventuring partners.
It's not that much darker than the things that you have dallied in before. It's just more in your face this time.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you this. If it weren't the Iron Throne, it would be someone else. The market exists. Someone will fill it.
we both know that well.
Exactly.
I was serious about that drink. Sign of Thunder.
I'll see if I can find time.
Take care of my sister.
I was serious about offering myself as her bodyguard.
Then I'll leave you to your work. And he will bow to her again Less like weirdly this time, more like genuine.
Yeah, her
And,
curtsy is less genuine this time. It is, in fact, straight up a mocking curtsy.
Of course. And then he'll leave.
Yeah, she'll walk you out.
And then he'll just head back to the inn.
All right. Del,
You.
what's your letter say?
Fairly straightforward. Just a. I would like to come tomorrow to discuss your last communication. Please let me know when would be good.
Okay. About the time Cassian gets back, you receive a response suggesting that you come by tomorrow for lunch.
Okay. I'll send a response in the affirmative.
Mm-hmm. Val.
Yep, I'm going to just go get a drink at the Furniture's Fate.
While Cash is still out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It is still early enough that, I mean, they're open, because they're always open, especially for you, but it is early enough that not many people are here.
Alright, I'm just gonna go to the table that I previously met Dorn at, and try and pull out some scraps of whatever paper I might have on me and try writing a letter.
While you are there, working on your 5th or 6th draft, working through your 2nd or 3rd mug of ale,
Yeah.
another mug is placed on the table, and then whoever set it there sits down next to you.
I quickly
you look
slam
up.
my hand over the note.
You look up. It's Dorn.
Oh. Hey there, Dorn.
What are you doing?
He just tries to discreetly put away the note. Well, I have some news on the job.
All right.
Went about how I expected, trying to get the other folk up to speed as much as I could. But 3 of us will head there. Do you think that's enough?
Well, I think that depends on you. I'm surprised you managed to get anyone to help you with this crazy idea.
Yeah. I mean,
What's your plan?
truth be told, kind of adjusting on the fly here. Honestly, I probably could have just done this on my own, but I am really tired of trying to come up with lies every time I talk to these guys. So, plan is go there with the 2 others that'll help me. Get this done. Don't die. Don't let them die. Look, everything's fine. take the money, send it to Mom, figure out an exit plan. I think I'm done, Dorn.
Well, that's a shit
Getting there, at
plan.
least. Yeah.
I mean, it's your plan, but it's a shit plan. Not the getting
What's
out
your
part.
plan?
If you think you can get out, then by all means, but the rest of that's a shit plan.
Yeah, I don't know if the rest of it really constitutes a plan at all.
Doesn't sound like it.
No.
My plan's easy. I sit back, I watch you make an absolute ass of yourself, and then wait for you to tell me yes or no, and then I just make the drop afterwards.
I like your plan.
That's an easy plan.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with the money, I just have to drop off the goods, and then we're done. It's nice. Nice and simple. Just the way I like it.
Well, there's a bit more to the plan. We're going to use those spheres, but only 2 of us. The other one's going to arrange a meeting with Dracohorn. They have a bit of history. So he's going to be sort of an inside man as we arrive.
You think Dracohorn's gonna keep him in the room while he meets with the Iron Throne?
Well, we're supposed to spook him, right?
I mean, I expected you to remind him who you work for. How are you gonna spook him?
Oh, well, I kind of thought that, interrupting his daily business would kind of send the message that,
We can get
your way of
anywhere.
life will change.
Got it. How do you... You know what, I'm not asking this question. I'm not. I don't.
Please ask the question.
No, I refuse. I don't want to know. You are an absolute moron. Oh my god.
It's so stupid.
You
It
better
just might
say...
work.
You better say a prayer to Timora and 2 to Besheba for this.
Yeah. Probably gonna go to shit.
Oh, it's definitely gonna go to shit. Right.
Speaking of things going to shit,
No, dear.
I have
Yes?
someone that wants to meet you.
Mm-mm. Why?
Well, it was pretty tough just getting 2 of these folks to be any sort of interested in this. One of them has a bit of experience with, the underworld.
Give me one of your things. You don't need them all.
Oh, see, thank you, Dorn. And he just gives him one of the little Jello shots.
Right. When are you meeting with Dracohorn?
I'm not sure. We're waiting to hear back from him, but
Not
I can
today.
find out. I wouldn't expect it to be today. If it's today, it's going to
Fine.
be pretty late.
Great. Have your friend... Northern Bridge, the bridge out of town to Hulk, tonight, midnight. I'll be there with this.
Okay. Thank you, Dorn.
You are absolutely an idiot.
Yep.
He slides the ale that he brought over to you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. I can't drink. I'll see you tonight.
I'll just give him a little toast, and I will drink. See you tonight.
And he will step out. Fig, what are we making today?
Golden retriever muffins. Probably just, a variety of breakfast muffins depending on what kind of dried fruits they have available, or I could pick up real quick.
She's got a number, so she'll let you make berry muffins of various varieties.
Yeah.
Cool. At this point, it kind of sounds like you guys are taking a long rest here, taking the day off. So, is there anything else?
At least Fig certainly is.
Well, it sounds like
it
everybody is taking a long rest here today.
Is it a long rest or is
Short.
it a short rest?
If you take a whole day of basically doing nothing, including just wandering around town and talking to people, that's nothing. That is a long rest.
I thought that was short by the new
Nope.
breather, short, long.
Nope. A short rest is just sleeping for the
Oh,
night.
good night's sleep, yeah.
24 hours of light activity is a long rest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, long rest. Cool.
So it
Push you to
sounds
button.
like you guys are doing that. Well, I will, but you guys can also do downtime activities on a day like today. So is there any downtime any of you wants to do today?
Does that interrupt the long rest?
Nope.
No?
You get 8 hours of light activity, 8 hours of downtime. That is a long rest. And 8 hours of sleep.
I'm now looking at downtime activities, so don't
Yeah,
talk
they're
to me.
in Xanathar's.
Fig's downtime activities are clearly stress baking with Maeve.
Dell is
I'll
going
be-
to spend the rest of the day studying the armor.
Studying the armor, okay. Anything in particular you want to do with it?
Try and understand the craftsmanship and such of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Make just a straight intelligence check for me. Make an investigation check, actually. I'll give you what you learn in just a sec. I'll be right back. While the rest of you guys look up downtime if you would like. Sorry about that. So the armor. I mentioned before that it's cold forged, that it wasn't heated when it was made, and you can see that now. It's less hammered and more pressed into shape, with very large sweeping directional changes to the metal. And rather than anywhere that you would expect like heat to join two pieces of metal, it has been welded by what looks like electric welding, TIG welding. It's beautiful, but it's certainly not made by human hands.
Okay.
Anybody else want to do anything with downtime here?
I guess this would be carousing, but it's not really. I want to talk to various like merchants and stuff around here to try to start reestablishing contacts.
Okay. Yeah, no, that actually is a variant of carousing, I agree. It will cost you some money. And you're kind of going for the merchant class, really, right? The middle class. So it's about 50 gold. Do you have that much?
I don't.
Okay. But we can still have you start that as a concept. It's a work week's worth of doing anyways, so that would be at least 5 days of downtime. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to update your sheet. Browsing. Is trying to establish contacts among the middle class.
Oh, I guess there's also a running a business option.
Yeah, that would be more for making money, though, usually.
Well, that is like why I want to establish contacts.
Oh, what are you wanting to do
eventually,
then?
like, get that, because he knows he can't like do this forever. So, his background is like a variant of the merchant background.
Right.
So I was hoping to kind of find out what is here and what maybe he recognizes is missing.
Interesting. Okay. I'll need to do some thinking about that. I will note that Huntsilver, Dracohorn, and I think it's a lance. There's another noble in the city. Already do a lot of trade of that variety in the city and support merchants with that sort of thing. In the meanwhile, I still think it would probably be to your interest to establish yourself with contacts, get people to know who you are, to know you're here, and would kind of work towards that same goal.
Yeah.
So I think we should still have you do a carousing work. It's a charisma persuasion, but you don't roll it now, you roll it at the end. The completion target is 5. Oh, that's not. There we go. Oh, valid completion target 5. There. So there should be. Do you see on your sheet? There's a downtime page. So we can track it there. So that'll keep track of your progress on this. So I'll give you 1 day's progress for now, as you go out and just start to get to know people in town. At the end of
should I like pay 10 gold?
Sure. Why don't we, for each day of progress, you'll pay a fifth of the price. That's fine. And then at the end, we'll have you roll, and based on the chart, we'll see who you get as contacts.
Sounds good.
Anybody else want to do anything downtime related right now? Sounds like no. So I will give you guys your long rest.
Yay, spell points.
All right. Midnight, or near midnight, rolls around. Val.
I'm going to pack up all of my stuff. Gonna get it ready there. And then I'm going to quietly... I'm going to leave the stuff that I don't already have on me in the room, but I'm going to go quietly knock on Cash's door.
Cash is still up. He goes and answers the door. He's still dressed and all that in darker clothes. Doesn't
Hey.
have on his like signature red jacket.
What, you don't want to just broadcast that to everyone?
The hair is bad enough, so he has like a cowl.
Right on. Hey, you ready?
As I'll ever be. Let's go.
All right, follow me. And he's just gonna lead us to the bridge.
It is cold enough that you can see your breath. And the rain slush has stopped. As you guys make your way onto the bridge, you see a figure standing on the halfway point to the bridge, looking east upriver. As you approach, he turns and you see a man with a bushy white beard and white hair, elderly maybe, standing at the standing waiting in dark clothes. As you approach, he smiles just a little. Hello.
I was gonna try to not chuckle a bit. Hello. This is my associate that wanted to meet you.
Cash steps forward, meets this person's eye, and says, "Call me Harold."
Oh, nice to meet you, Harold. You can call me Mr. White.
Okay.
Well, you didn't think I was going to tell you my name, did you?
No, sorry, this is Anne's reaction. Cash just nods and says, "Can you tell me what the little substance balls that he has we're supposed to take are for?"
He doesn't know, does he?
No.
When you consume them, imagine what you want to look like.
Some sort of potion.
Similar. I assure you, I didn't look like this 10 minutes ago.
How long does it last?
Hour, maybe 2. Could be longer. I'm not entirely sure.
How long have you been mixed up in this Iron
Me?
Throne?
Oh, long enough.
You've still got your head, so I guess it's not so bad.
Told you it's not that bad. Look, you can have a long career.
Makes me lots of money.
I've had lots of money. It's not worth it.
More worth it than not having any money, I assure you.
Well, that does sound correct. He looks at Fowl and says, "Is this the person that was with you in the warehouse?"
No, I've not
No,
been in
this
any
is my-
warehouses.
This is my contact with the Iron Throne. He's very spry, though. Should be able to handle himself once we're done with our part.
So you're the one that's...
Insight check, deception check.
Yeah.
I almost rolled a deception check. What the fuck is up with my dice tonight?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cash just says, "Oh, so you're the one that's finishing the job."
That's right. You managed to get the sale completed, and I'll drop off the goods. You're going to have quite a lot of money in your pockets when you leave that place. Most of it needs to make sure it gets back to the right people, you know.
And you know who the right people are? He asks Val.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Make sure you give all of it to them, and then they'll give you your part, and you know how it works.
Yep, I'll just, drop it off like normal.
Exactly.
And we're supposed to be scaring him or
Oh, well,
trading.
scaring is a word. Reinforcing that trade is a better alternative to theft.
But it was stolen from him, right?
Mm-hmm. It was stolen from us by him. We reacquired what was already ours.
This suddenly makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I might have left that part out. But I guess that's cool information to share now.
So
That's okay to let you guys in on.
you're very bad at this.
He is an idiot.
It's what makes it work.
That's true.
Cassian, like...
There are a
Cassian,
number of
like-
times when him being an idiot has come in our favor. And his.
Cash, like, digests this for a second and just, like... Ugh. You know, like, disgusted look. And then he says, "Once it's done, you'll take the money to whomever, and I'll go back to where we stay, right? I don't want to get more involved."
No, yeah. We can split up as soon as you'd like.
Wonderful. Then I guess we just wait for our scheduled meeting.
Exactly.
Oh, over the table. At this point, Del,
You
did
would
you
know
let
that
us
it's
know?
lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so we're gonna meet him for lunch tomorrow.
No, lunchtime.
Yeah, maybe I can steal a
Bright.
sandwich. Really drive home the
Bright daylight, the
point.
perfect time for sneaking into a noble's manor. That is what you're planning to do, right? Sneak in? Not arrange a meeting, a legitimate business meeting. You're sneaking in.
Sure.
Right. Good luck with that.
Cash looks at Val because he's like, we did arrange a meeting.
Well, I mean, one of us has a meeting.
Just not the ones of us who are doing the threatening, I guess.
Threatening?
We
It's
could show up with them.
Reinforcing.
I just don't know how much Del wants to. So it seems like he didn't want to associate this with him. He wanted to be a third party that gets caught in the middle of things. So I figured,
So you're sneaking in.
Yeah, or maybe Del puts like a little rock in the door so it's open, just a crack. Yeah, we're sneaking in.
Good luck.
We'll talk about this later. It was very to meet you, Mr. White.
The same goes to you.
And Cassian's just going to head back to the inn. He's made the connection and he knows what the balls are for. We're done now.
Okay.
I'll just quietly go back, not say a word unless you ask.
Mr. White doesn't say anything else. I'll let you guys go.
On the way back, he'll stop at some point and wait for Fal to catch up, and he'll say, "So do all of your colleagues think you're an idiot?"
Only the ones I want to think I'm an idiot.
Are you sure?
So yeah.
Insight.
Yeah, Cash is going to see if he's lying about this. He doesn't fucking know. He doesn't know what to make of any of this. All of you are fucking weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. That is a good description. I will say, you can't imagine Mouse operating like this.
This is quite a bit different than anything that I ever did. So, maybe I'm the idiot.
Maybe.
And then he'll just be quiet as we finish walking back.
Yeah, you guys make it back?
I'm going to... Oh.
Sorry. I was going to suggest that Cash and Fowl find a way to get into the house and hide somewhere well before the noon meeting.
Okay. Well, I can do that pretty easily. But if I'm being honest, I haven't really relied on sneaking in this form much. I do know the layout of the house, though.
Okay. Cash would ask you to draw whatever you
Yep.
remember of the house for him.
You can draw.
I'll
Actually, make me a charisma check.
Okay. And I'll try explaining while I draw too, just verbally, that there's a main hall with a couple rooms off of it. But that's really all I saw while I was there. Sorry, did you say charisma or performance?
You can call it a performance check if you'd like.
Oh, well, it's the same thing.
That's what I thought. Well, yeah. So, Cash, you have an incomplete, hand-drawn map, sort of. It's not a great map, but you kind of know where you think Dracohorn's office is in the building.
A rectangle with 3 squares on the side.
Yeah.
There you go.
With, like, you think if you were to read this map and follow it into the house with nobody getting in your way, you could probably find his office. You wouldn't know what's on the other half of the house. It's only showing, like, it's less than half of the house, really. And it's only 1 floor, and it's, but you could probably make your way from the entrance to his office. You might even be able to identify his office from the outside, which window it is. Maybe.
So how do you usually like to break into homes?
I have someone do that for me.
So how do you usually have people break into homes for you?
I pay them.
You never got any sort of insight onto how they do stuff?
When I was in my previous home, I did occasionally break into a building, threaten someone, but much more often than that, I just hooked into existing connections, lines of contact between people that, when greased with the right amount of coin, would result in whatever I needed. And I always had the right amount of coin.
Oh. Well, it's not too different. Just think about the times you did break in and threaten people. We'll be doing that again, and then trying to get him to be on the other side of, greasing our wheels. So
I just won't think about it.
me neither.
I'm not surprised. Kevin just dying over there. All right. Cash is going to go to sleep, and then before sunrise, it's winter, so the sunrise is kind of late. Before sunrise, he's going to get up, and go stake the place out a little bit.
Just want to put in the addendum that Fig has spent this entire night in spaniel form, curled up in a little ball at the bottom of her bed, just looking very pitiful.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing you missed. Fig turns into a spaniel, and you have witnessed that now.
Okay. He's
Fig,
not positive if it's okay to pet her, is he?
well, Fig, you wake up for sure when Cash gets up.
She just watches him with big, sad spaniel eyes, and if he looks like he's about to pet her, she thumps her tail like every spaniel who's ever almost gotten pets does.
Yeah, he'll come over and he'll, stroke her sweet little head and her ears, and he'll say, "It's better that you're not involved. I'm sorry."
He wags
then
her tail a
he'll-
little bit more and makes a sad little puppy noise.
Then he's gonna leave.
Fig, did you offer everyone pastries or not this time?
They're probably actually just being served with breakfast, because I imagine she baked all day if Maeve would let her.
If you wanted to give them the bonus hit points, you had to give them to them fresh.
Well, no. I just baked with Maeve and allowed her to use them for her
Mavis.
business because I'm not,
Yeah. Okay.
like, I didn't pay her anything, so that's...
Yep. Fair enough. All right. So Cash, you're gonna go and check things out. It's early. The weather is not great, but it's not as bad as it has been. It's a house. It's a big, big house. It's about the same size as your house was. Walls, guards.
All good things to have around a house.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a building across the street?
There is actually, yes. Across the street from Dracohorn's house is a what is across the street? A wine bottler, a vintner's house.
It's like his house or like his tasting room and shop front?
Yeah, it's like, well, yes is the answer to that question. The first floor would be the shop front. His house is above it. He doesn't do the bottling here. He doesn't do the, obviously he has farms nearby where he grows all the grapes, but this is kind of his storefront through which he sells the wine. And his home.
Okay. Cassian is going to find like a nearby kind of out of the way place to try to scale a building and get up on the roof of that building.
Of the vintner's home?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not too hard. There's, tight alleys and whatnot here, just like any other medieval town would have. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Can it be acrobatics?
No, I'm sorry. Climbing is athletics. Well, your dice do not like you today.
I am... Yeah, this is awful.
You're just getting the bad ones out of the way so that when the important ones come, you'll have better rolls. At least that's what Tanis tells me every time this happens to me in his game.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start to scale the wall, but I mean it has been nasty weather for the past week, and the walls are wet and a little bit cold and icy. You just don't find purchase. You could try again, but each time you try, there's a risk somebody notices you.
Are there any like crates or anything like that I could climb up on to make it easier?
Make a perception check. Yeah, definitely. You see nearby there actually is several casks of wine that have recently been delivered into his back alley. He's emptied them. The the bottles are no longer in there, but the casks are not casks, the boxes that the wine came in, the large wooden pallets that they came in, are stacked up nearby to be gotten rid of. You could probably make a makeshift ladder or a makeshift stairway out of it. It's not going to get you all the way to the top, but it'll certainly help.
Yeah, he will, as quietly as possible, try to build up something to help him get up.
Make just a straight intelligence check for me. Kind of engineering effort here. Yeah, it takes you a little bit. Do you want to make a stealth check with it? I assume you're trying to be quiet while doing this. 12, not terrible. Yeah, you manage to drag them around. There's obviously, shuffling noises and dragging noises that go with it, but you think you're doing okay for now. You manage to get it. It gets you about halfway up the building.
So he's going to attempt to climb again.
I'll give you advantage on your athletics check for your engineering efforts here. All of this has taken you about 20 minutes, by the way. Sun is starting to rise. Yeah, you manage to get to the top as that little thin ribbon of gray-orange comes across the eastern horizon over the Thunder Peaks.
Okay. He's going to be flat on his belly, trying to stay toward. Is it like a pitched roof, or is it like?
Yeah, it's not like super pitched. We're not like up in the Alps where people have to worry about snow, but it rains here enough that the roofs are designed to shed rain. So it's got a slight pitch to it, enough to shed the rain.
Okay. So he's going to try to just lay as close to the shadowed part of the pitch to see just whatever he can do to try to blend in. Mm-hmm. And he's going to be watching the gates and the doors. He's looking for any figure who comes and goes inside and outside, multiple times maybe.
Okay. Make an investigation check. I'll give you advantage for good positioning. There definitely is a gate guard who's he doesn't stand at the gate the whole time, but he kind of roams back and forth between the front door and the gate, just sort of keeping himself warm in the morning weather. You do see one other guard is just kind of patrolling the walls periodically. Just those two seem to be the only exterior guards. No one else seems to be coming or going at all. Although around 10 a.m. you see a wagon pull up to a different door, a side door. And somebody begins unloading what looks like food from that wagon. This is probably a weekly shipment of, whatever they need for their kitchen.
Is there anyone from inside who comes out?
Yeah, there are two younger, you think they are boys, maybe men, teenage boys, come out and start unloading the wagon and taking it inside. Chef's helpers probably, or...
Okay. He is going to get a very good look at one of them, because he is going to try to copy this young man's image.
You are probably 100 feet away. You can get a decent look, but at that distance, details are difficult. You'll need to get closer if you want a really good look.
He does have navigator's tools on him. Does that include I've forgotten the word.
Spyglass?
Yeah.
A spyglass is 1,000 gold in 5th edition.
Oh, that's very sad. It should come with the navigator's tools.
I believe a navigator's tools are the ones that are used to determine latitude and longitude.
Okay. Well, that won't work. Okay, well, he'll do his best and then
Make a perception check at disadvantage. Not terrible. Not terrible.
once he has like decided on his guy, he's going to go back to, he's gonna like quietly, carefully, probably actually try to go from roof to roof, if that's possible.
It is. I'm going to require some more athletics checks. Jumping. Yeah, you make the first leap. How far do you want to go on the roofs? You can make it a couple blocks.
Yeah, he's just trying to get far enough away from the vintner's house that he's not like
Give me one more athletics check and a deception check, please. Sorry, stealth. Stealth is the word I want. I know words. I'm good at words. Voice making. Yeah, you managed to make it about a block and a half away. You actually find a ladder and slide down the ladder. Looks like this person is a pigeon keeper, which is why they have a ladder, because they have, pigeons on their roof. And you slide down, make your way onto the streets just as people are starting to wake up for the morning. Head back to the Sign of Thunder.
He's gonna knock on the door of Fal's room.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just open it up.
I need 2 of the ball things.
Yeah, we got an extra.
And he will pocket them, and he says, I'm going to go first, disguise myself as a Kijin boy. Once I'm inside, I'll find a place to be scarce. When should we make our entrance?
Probably just before him and Del meet, right? Should we just be in the office when they get in there, waiting for him?
That sounds good. I can do that.
Do you know where you'll be getting into the house?
There's a side door, goes into the kitchen probably. Go in there, make myself immediately scarce, and change in some closet or something.
Okay.
Should you come with me?
Yeah, I figured I'd just tag along as like a bug or something.
All right. Perhaps I can, if I get caught, say that I'm carrying a bug out of the house.
Yeah, hopefully they don't squish me, but
We all make sacrifices.
Did you see what kind of windows they have there?
Did I see what kind of windows they had?
Yeah, they're paned glass.
Okay, but they're like solid panes. Laid into the...
At least the ones on the first floor are. You weren't really looking at the second floor because you know that you're not going there.
he'll communicate that.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready for me to crawl into your pocket or whatever. We should probably talk to Dell, kind of figure out the timing of this.
I mean, he's right behind you, snoring.
Oh. He's right behind me, snoring, so.
You can handle that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get breakfast. So I will be going to get breakfast. And
In addition to eggs and bacon and whatnot, there's muffins, fresh baked muffins. Well, recently baked muffins.
he recognizes Fig's handiwork and devours 2 of them.
Yay! Fig is appreciated for baking at least.
I need to take a break.
Well, I was just going to say, we'll take our break here and pick up with you guys sneaking your way in. So, yeah, break time.
Thanks.
And we'll get Vayne into the campaign.
Sweet.
Anyways, yeah, see you all in a few minutes.
I'm back.
I'm back.
I think that's everybody. So we'll pick up with Val talking to Del.
I thought we were picking back up with them infiltrating.
No, because he wanted to talk to you first.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
All good. Tanis, you're muted.
Yeah, so I was just gonna gently try and nudge
Clearly,
his shoulder
we
to
missed
wake
some
him
of
up.
the best RP right there.
Yep.
Yep. So
Once in
Del,
a campaign there, you missed.
you wake up to Val standing over you, nudging you awake.
Time is it?
No, not yet. We still got a bit. Just breakfast time. But I figured it'd probably be good to just kind of keep you in the loop of what we're planning on doing. So Cash is gonna disguise himself as one of the guards there or something and sneak us in through the kitchen, and I'm just gonna hitch a ride on him. But we're thinking we'll go into the office and wait for you guys to show up. That way you're separated, but you're there right away once we start doing our thing, and maybe you can try to stall him a bit, give us some time to get into the office. I don't know, but I wanted to let you know and see if you had any thoughts. Oh, can't hear you now.
To be honest, I'm uncertain how this meeting will progress, so I will do what I can. But
Okay. Okay. If we're not in there by the time you guys try to make sure he gets to the office, because that's where we'll be going. But other than that, if we're not there when you get there, as long as we can get in the room, it's fine.
we'll do what we can.
All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat before I turn back into a bug.
Get up and go get food as well.
Okay. What's the plan, Cash?
Probably around, what time is it now?
Like 10 bells.
And our meeting is in like 2 hours?
Yep.
Okay. Cash is going to go ahead and head he's gonna go ahead and take Val back to the neighborhood around the Dracohorn house. And when we're in one of those tight alleys, he's going to allow Fal to change, and then he'll take one of the 2 disguise balls, and he's going to try to get as close to the image of that kitchen boy as he can.
2 questions before we proceed. 1, what time are you taking that disguise ball?
This first one, I am taking when we're outside the house. So, how long does it take to get from the inn to one of the buildings around the vintner?
Not long, 5-10 minutes at most.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking, because you can choose to wait as long as you want before you enter, right? So.
Right. So, yeah, I think we'll just kind of chill in an alley, or in a place where it's okay to loiter, maybe, if there's one of those.
Okay.
And then
make one of you make a deception check with advantage as you guys loiter and try not to draw attention.
I can do that. Oh wait,
I have a +4 in deception.
same. But I'll let you do it since I am a spider.
Okay.
You're not yet.
Oh,
This is while you're just loitering, so it doesn't matter which one of you roll. Just somebody roll. You have advantage because you're helping each other. Yeah, 18.
Okay.
With the natural 20 even. 24.
Nice.
Well done. So yeah, you guys managed to loiter nearby. There's a couple of, they're upper class shops. This is, more fancy neighborhood, but you managed to loiter, look around, look like you belong, like you're just perusing the shops and whatnot for as long as you'd like.
And then probably at about 11:30-ish, Cash is going to go ahead and signal Fal to we're gonna go hide, signal Fal to change, he'll change, and then try to make his way into the kitchen.
Okay, and you're trying to go in through that side door?
Yes.
Okay, you make your way up to the door. Actually, I need a disguise check from you first. Advantage. You rolled well on your perception early, so I'll give you advantage on it.
How do I do that?
Oh, right. It's not a skill this edition. Make a charisma check with advantage. Do you have disguise kit proficiency?
I do, but
Yeah.
I didn't use a disguise kit.
I know. Just go ahead and make it with advantage, and we'll add 2 to your roll. So 18. Cool. You make your way up to the door. It is currently locked.
Are there any boxes or anything like that out here?
No.
There's no nothing that looks like it could have been left?
No.
What is around me?
Mostly bushes,
Okay.
hedges. This is kind of a small servant store.
Yeah. If I look around the other side of the house, not the front, but around the back, I guess, are there any doors back there?
You see a wall that extends back there. There's a walled garden behind the house with no gate, no fence, no way in without going over the wall.
Okay. Since he's in disguise, he's going to just... He's going to go around the front where the guards are.
Yep. Okay.
And when they see him, he's going to, wave familiarly, and then say, "Got locked out again."
The guard leans back and says, "Tobin, what are you doing here? Locked out again? What an idiot. Aren't you supposed to be helping get lunch prepared?"
I am. Got locked out. I need to
Get back in there now before Gustav has your head.
You know he'll kill me. Just... yeah.
Go!
And so he rushes in looking very, harried.
Mm-hmm. As you step through the door, a woman greets you just as you come in. Blonde hair, kind of tall, dressed in servant's clothes, and she just grabs you by the shoulder and shoves you down one of the halls that's not on your map. "What are you doing, Tobin? Get back to the kitchen!"
I'm trying. I got locked out again.
Make a deception check. Advantage. Yep. She ushers you down the hall and into the kitchen where a large, burly man is busy putting together a meal. You smell fish. You smell, let me see, what is this? Smoked trout. You see a salad of fresh greens and a board of cheeses all being prepared. The large man looks up as you come in and he says, "Oh, Tobin! Where have you been, lad? I've been looking all over for you."
Sorry, sir. Got locked out. And he looks just very, nervous. And like he's avoiding a guy's eyes.
He motions towards the door that's to his right and says, "Why didn't you knock? I'd have let you back in." Ugh, idiot child.
And
go and fetch the wine. White wine.
White, okay. Particular, okay. And he's just going to walk back out of the kitchen.
Bottom shelf. Well, Dracohorn said he doesn't like this one much.
So, yeah, he's just going to leave the kitchen in search of wine.
Okay.
Is there anyone in the hallway right now?
The blonde-haired woman who you saw when that just ushered you in is busy talking to somebody else, another servant.
Okay. He's just going to look purposeful and walk back toward where he remembers the map covering, like that area.
Okay.
And he is trying to make his way toward the office, preferably with a stop in some, dark corner or closet first.
Make a stealth check. Tanis, you're a spider right now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Does anybody have inspiration? I don't have it from last time because I wasn't
You
here.
can have it because I'm not doing anything anyways.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, you all have it from long rest.
Oh, okay.
Well, then I'll put it back, and you can have mine if you need it at some point.
Okay. I will use mine.
All right. Also, over the table, when I was doing the map, I'm trying to explain stuff. Was I able to, just point out the squares being like office, bedroom, lounge room?
Yep.
Or okay.
I still rolled really badly.
You can have mine.
Okay, thank you. Third time's a charm, right?
That's what they say.
I blew on your dice.
Much better.
Yep. You managed to make your way back to the entrance without being noticed. The map definitely covers from the entrance into the western wing of the house. So you start making your way towards the western wing. There is it's not so much a closet as a small side room that you can sneak into before you reach his office.
Okay, well, I will go in there. And I will change into the form of one of the like bugs that I used to deal with on occasion back in Dawngleam.
Okay.
And then I will head into the office.
Make another stealth check for me.
You said thug, not bug. I was very confused for a second.
No, Val is the bug right now.
Okay. You make your way down the hall towards the office. As you are making your way there, you do hear a voice that sounds somewhat confident. Somewhere down the hall, you can't quite make out the words, but it's likely that this is a nobleman talking. You sneak down the hall, open the door, and creep your way in. There's several bookshelves around the room. There is a fireplace. There's some plush couches near the fireplace. There is a large oak desk with a large chair behind it. What do you want to do?
I'm going to get Val out of my pocket and set him on the desk.
Okay.
And then I am going to check around the desk and see if I think there are any, quickly see if I can find any booby traps or anything like that.
Okay, make an investigation check. Val, you're on a desk.
Okay.
No booby traps that you can see.
Okay.
Nice.
Then he's going to sit in the chair and put his feet up on the desk, crossed.
Okay.
About how long have I been a spider?
Probably about 20 minutes.
Okay.
The eternal, how long do I have this wild shape for calculation?
Yeah. All right.
Remember that I think it's CR0s are free with the house rules.
Oh.
Let me double check.
Corvan's only legacy.
That's okay. Well, I'm gonna change out of it.
Okay.
Now, if it's been 20 minutes.
Druids
Just
of
because
second
of
level
meeting
or
time.
higher. CR0 without expending a use of their wild shape. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. I should have
Yeah.
looked
This
into
is in
that.
part because I played a druid in the Curse of Strahd game, and he would like to just hang out.
No,
as a
it's not
house
that.
cat?
It has nothing to
Oh,
do with
well,
that.
nope.
has to be-
That's what it is now.
No, it has to do with the long resting rules.
Nope. You did it
Okay.
because Corvan was too awesome.
I'm going to change back to my human form, and then eat this Jello shot.
Yeah, by
Thinking
the
of
way, I didn't tell you what it tastes like earlier, but it
Oh, yeah.
kind of tastes like a fruity Jello. It actually tastes
Awesome.
nice.
Glad I have extras. I'm going to just think of the scariest looking, street thug I've run into.
Make a charisma check. Are you proficient in
Okay.
disguise kit?
I don't think so.
Okay. Cassian, can you also make one again? You have advantage because you've seen the guy
No.
you're looking like several times. So both of you charisma checks. Cassian with advantage, and Cassian gets a +2. 16 for Cash.
Oh, God.
You have inspiration.
Yep, I'm going to use it.
Okay, go ahead and reroll. $21 for foul. Yeah, you look like a pretty mean, scary dude. Large, burly, scars around your eye, rough beard.
This guy always sucked.
One pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Something like that. All right, so Cash is sitting in the chair with his feet up. Where are you going?
I'm just going to sit on the desk.
Okay. Mr. Dracohorn, do you go to your office before Dell arrives?
I imagine he would, to try to prepare himself for the meeting and to, set it up and make sure everything's spick and span and all nice and orderly.
Yeah. So you know that he's going to be here in about 10 minutes. So you make your way down the hall. Can you give me a perception check? Yeah. You are focused on the upcoming meeting with someone that frankly annoys you. And so you have decided you're not paying too close attention. You don't notice that the door has recently been opened. You open it, step inside, you close the door, and that's when you notice somebody sitting in your chair.
Hey there, Mr. Dracohorn.
Good evening, my lord.
Just slowly just kind of squares his shoulders and makes his chin go up ever slightly to try and make himself taller. How did you
Don't
get
worry.
there?
Don't worry about it. We can get wherever we want. But we're just here to make a deal with you. See, you took something, and then someone took it from you. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I believe I do.
Well, the throne's willing to give it back to you.
Give is a strong word, friend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we won't be giving it. We'll be selling it. Like you should have done. From the beginning.
We're here to make you an extremely generous offer.
I don't know if I would call breaking and entering generous, but
It's much
Not-
more generous than you might have gotten otherwise.
Not breaking in, entering while you were sleeping. Doing it in broad daylight, like good folk do. We're here for an honest deal. Full £5.
All 5.
All 5.
If I may ask, how did you acquire it?
You may not ask, and you may not steal from us in the future.
That's
What
part
you
of
may
the
do,
deal.
yeah. You may pay when you want something.
Just takes a deep breath. Name your price.
Meanwhile, at the front door, the guard who only moments ago ushered in a confused young man spots Delryar's approach. My lord, you must be Lord Tammarast.
That I am.
Ah, right this way, my lord. And he begins escorting you inside. Back inside.
Let me lay out all the terms here so we can look at this verbal contract we're writing here together. I'll give you the full £5, not kill you in your sleep, not burn the town down, not burn your house down, and you'll pay us 1,000 gold pieces.
See? Generous.
1,000?
Oh. Sorry, is that half of it? Wait, hold on.
I'm going to save you from making a mistake of...
Yeah, hold on.
Because
I didn't read my notes before I said it. I just...
you have
so
access to the... If you go to the items tab...
Yeah. Yep. I'm heading to it now. I thought I remembered it, but... Okay.
The base price is there per pound. So you remembered the right number, sort of.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. For 5,000 gold pieces.
There you go.
$5,000, you say? Will our business be concluded after this exchange?
I suppose that depends on if £5 enough for whatever you need all that Morden for.
And if you decide to cross us again.
Indeed. DM, do I have that money on hand, or do I need to get someone?
No, you do not have a bag of 500 platinum in your pocket.
Yeah.
He's just happy to see me.
You would need to draw it from your coffers, which, I mean, you have it in the house, but...
Right. Okay.
What are those actually called? Tri-crowns. 500 tri-crowns. That's what that would be if you were to pay in platinum.
Let me see it.
You want to see the Morden?
Indeed.
I'd like to see the platinum first. Or gold.
It will take some time to procure.
Well, that's alright. We're in a generous mood, right? You take your time.
I'll even escort you.
Oh,
If
And-
it will keep you in a generous mood, so be it. Fine. But
There
I am
comes a knock at the door.
in a rush. Slowly turn around.
It's a bad day to be Lord Dracohorn.
Feels like it's always a bad day to be Lord Dracohorn. But I think, like, in addition to, 5,000 tricorn crowns being owed, there's also Dell on his doorstep ready to be annoying
Am I
again.
ever really happy? Let's be honest. I just open the door. It's just
Yeah,
okay.
Outside is that blonde woman I mentioned earlier. Her name is Seraphine Blackwood. She is your personal assistant, and as the door opens, she startles a little when she sees the two behind you. My lord, is everything all right?
For now.
Your guest has arrived.
Oh, good. I was just waiting for him.
Good
Would
job.
you be so kind, Serena? I require 500 tricorns.
500 tri-crowns, my lord.
Yes.
500 tri-crowns, my lord. I'm sorry. Yes, of course, my lord. I'll fetch it. Shall I send Lord Tammarast? And the food?
Give me a moment. Slowly closes the door.
Yes, my lord.
The money is on its way. I have business. You are welcome to stay here, but I have chambers that would probably be more suitable for ones of your stature.
Well,
The jail cells.
I don't know. Maybe since we're being so generous, we'll just act as bodyguards for you during your meeting.
I don't
Enjoy
think
some sandwiches.
this individual was pretty unthreatening, if I'm being totally honest, but since we're all in a generous mood, goes and with very tense movement, just goes to let Lord Tammarast in.
Are you going to go fetch him yourself then while Seraphine's off getting your coin?
Yes.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna get out of the chair at the desk and stand behind it where a bodyguard would.
okay. Del, you
Yeah.
are waiting. Oh, go ahead.
Cash will just lean against the wall next to the door, being vaguely imposing. The guy that he copied is kind of lanky, but very tall.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, Del, you've been waiting in the parlor. Make an insight check for me. Yeah. You don't notice anything amiss as Vayne makes his way in to see you. Vayne, go ahead.
Lord Tammarast, it is so good to see you.
Ah, my good Dracohorn. I
Yes.
received your letter. Would you like to discuss it?
Indeed.
And you two head back. Just as you're getting back to your office, Seraphine comes, not running, but definitely hurrying down the hall towards you, jingling mightily.
Very good. Just takes it without even looking at her.
Yep, she looks super weird when she hands you this massive sack of coins, and then just curtsies and turns to go.
Thank you, Samantha. Do not speak of this.
Yes, my lord.
Seraphine, my lord.
Nope, she does not correct him. Not in the slightest does she correct him.
Slowly
Honestly,
goes.
The fact that he calls her the wrong name makes me hate him the most of anything that has happened in this game. So, congratulations, sir. You have created a villain.
I'm very good at being annoying. It's my job, basically.
Wait, what do you do for a living?
He's a teacher. Yeah, so Del, he shows you into his office. Same office as before, except now there's two large, very nasty-looking thugs standing in that office.
Del, if you're looking closely, you might notice that the dagger that one of them is flipping over and over again is actually one of Cassian's daggers.
Yeah, he's not that observant right now. Del's going to look at those in the room and then over to Vayne, and I did not believe that my borrowing of an additional book was quite so troublesome to you.
Oh, these two are not here for you. It is an overlapping of schedules that my assistant screwed up. Pretend they're not here. My business with them will continue once this is done.
It's certainly. And Del pulls one book from either pouch on his thigh and places them on the desk. These were quite interesting, and you do, of course, have my apologies for not mentioning that I had interest in the second one. I was bored. And I didn't think it would be that big of a problem. It's just about coins.
Well, kind of like looks at it and just opens it and just kind of reads the first couple of pages. Yes. Riveting. Coins. I can see why you would have picked it.
There is.
Would you like another?
Another knock. Just then.
You just see his jaw just clench. Pardon me.
Who is it?
Oh.
Burst into
Anybody?
flames.
Just opens
Big one.
it
You're
a
close to the
crack.
You open the door, and there is a young teenaged boy bearing a tray of food with 2 glasses and a bottle of wine. He has a bruise on his cheek.
Oh,
Oh no.
Don't awe him. I'm sure he deserved it. I just...
Your lunch, my lord?
Yes. Gestures to put it down.
And he steps in and looks around at all these figures. 2 noblemen, 2 of pretty much obviously thugs. Looks very frightened. Lowers the tray onto the desk, bows, and backs his way out of the room.
Tell the kitchen to send another wine and 2 more glasses.
Yes, my lord. Another wine, my lord. Wine. Yes, my lord. Turns and scampers off. It is, like I mentioned earlier, trout, salad, and cheeses. Grilled trout.
no sandwiches, Val.
Very
Well-
kind of you, Mr. Dracohorn.
Yes, what kind of host would I be if I did not prepare food for my guests, which I totally knew were coming? I have lost my appetite. You may take my plate and share it amongst yourselves.
Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna palm the cheese.
Sleight of hand.
All the cheese.
He just told you could take it. Why do you have to sneak it?
Remember when I called him an idiot earlier?
This motherfucker's gonna be wandering around with oozing brie in his pocket.
Oh my god.
You reach out for the cheese and try to take it sneakily. You manage to get it. I mean, it's in your hand. You're not that sneaky.
Can I make a perception check to see if I've been caught?
I mean,
Or can I,
He's
can I
just...
tell if...
you don't need a perception check. Vayne is watching you.
As is disguised Cassian. Like, with this look on his face, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Somehow, across the city, Fig is also watching you and judging you for this.
Peasants. No manners. Is there another book that you'd like from my collection, Lord?
Out of curiosity, do you have any that might deal with local dragons historically?
Aside from my family?
Dragons themselves, not the namesake.
I'll send you this. Up to you if you want to mention any of those. Yeah, there you go.
He kind of like goes over to the bookshelf and just, excuse me, just squeezes past Cassian
This is like the most awkward scene.
without like trying really hard to not touch them because they're probably look dirty.
Yeah, yeah. He does
yeah.
look extremely grimy. And
He just kind of like just grimaces and tries to just like get you to move like shooing, but just gives up and it just squeezes past.
Cassian just continues to like flip his dagger in the air over and over again, coming, dangerously close to you.
Veronica is more knowledgeable about the books in these shelves, but he kind of looks for one and pulls it out. I believe this one may be of interest to you. And he hands you the Draconic Tongue in introduction. Now, normally I do not give books out for free, but considering the circumstances you have called me in, I have made almost a fool of myself. Consider this a token of goodwill and professionalism between two citizens of high-standing nobility. Kind of glances at the other two smudgy-looking people.
Out of curiosity, does this mean that you were able to determine I was not responsible for the other item you mentioned in your letter?
I do not particularly care, but it was an interesting coincidence.
I admit I did not know the name of it and had to ask around. It seems an odd thing for you to have on hand.
I have discomforts that it helps soothe when you turn it into a steam.
Oh. Whatever helps you sleep.
Can I input test that information?
Yeah, is
You
the discomfort that he's not high as shit?
You absolutely can insight check it, yes.
His eyes are just incredibly dilated this whole
Val
time.
believes it and is tightening and grimacing, hearing it.
Believe me, I understand this plant has a reputation, but I am not going to poison anyone.
Cassian, he seems annoyed, tense, frustrated.
Yes, that was an insight check for it.
A bit cagey, but not like he's necessarily like outright telling a lie. He's pretty hard to read, but
Okay.
yeah.
And in all honesty, the fact that you named it in such an obvious way tells me that, well, had you had other thoughts of use for it, well, this would have been quite a target on your back. So I will completely agree and accept your explanation. I don't want you thinking that we think otherwise.
I would understand if you would, though. That's why I told a half-truth last time we spoke, but I appreciate your understanding.
Certainly. And likewise of my admittedly bad habit.
No, curiosity is one of the best traits an individual can have.
Since these gentlemen are not here for me, I will leave you to this. We are on good terms again.
I don't think we ever were not.
There comes another knock at the door.
Oh my god.
It's the extra wine.
Goes over, opens it.
It's that same boy again. He's got 2 more glasses and another bottle of wine.
Cassian just takes the bottle off the tray and says, "What's your name, boy?"
Oh, my name's Tobin.
Tobin. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he's going to just drink from the bottle.
Tobin looks mortified.
Yeah.
And he looks at Vayne like, what do I do?
Yes, thank you, Tony. Get out of here. Close the door in his face.
Did you take the wine from him, or does he still have the glasses and the bottle?
He would have...
Cassian took the bottle.
Cassian.
Cassian took the bottle that was on the...
No,
table,
he took
right?
it from Tobin.
Oh, okay. So but you left the glasses with him?
Yes.
Okay. So... Okay.
He's just drinking straight from the brand new bottle of wine.
Gotcha.
Just kind of stares at you.
Cassian
Yes.
grins. He's
Del also
missing a couple of teeth.
favors each of them with a untrusting look, and then back to Dracohorn. If you'd like, I can leave now, or
That's maybe
perhaps.
best. I've had a very tiring couple of minutes. He's just kind of like 1,000-yard staring.
Del, do me a favor. For all of this, I would like you to make a deception check. Just for your part.
Yeah, not so much. And let's
Have
try that.
inspiration.
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
You guys have
Matt,
not
I
been
don't know if
rolling
you
well
know.
today.
I don't know if you know, but that was not better.
I feel like we could use Rob's inspiration. He's not here.
And he would not approve of any of this.
Rob?
Oh,
He would
Corthynd.
100% approve of all of this.
no. He would not.
Rob
there any-
would. Corthynd,
Yeah. Rob would. Corthynd would not. You may not have Rob's inspiration.
What if we ask him?
No.
You're gonna bug him on his vacation over your
He's
bad
drinking
ideas.
Pina
He
coladas
literally
right
just
now.
texted
I
me
will
right now.
I will gently point out there is one more inspiration that has not been spent yet, I think.
No?
I thought one of you still had it. If I'm wrong, then
Even I have given my
No.
inspiration away.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, then
Cassian
a 4
Use
it
theirs
is.
and then Figs, and then
Okay. A 4 it is.
This is just the universe telling them this is a stupid fucking idea.
You should have listened to Mr. White.
It's gone fine. Until now.
This may be a good time for you to depart. You've been here enough, you know your way. If you
Absolutely.
need something or anything from me, I will be much obliged to help you.
well, we would be much obliged. Well, my friends and I. But I guess you don't know that. That would be funny if you understood. We have a charter now. We're an adventuring group.
He looks really bored.
Our name, much obliged, is what we called ourselves on the... Yes. Anyways,
Fascinating.
I will see myself out. day, and good luck.
As you open the door, the very harried Seraphine stands outside, waiting. And as you close the door on your way out, she walks you towards the entrance. Well, that was a very quick lunch. I hope everything went well.
Did quite well. It's apparently a mix-up
She
in schedules
turns
that...
and gently grabs your arm, your forearm, and then realizes herself and lets go and says, I'm sorry, is my lord all right in there? Are they going to hurt him? Should I send the guards?
I would imagine that were they there to hurt him, they wouldn't have let me see him.
What should I do?
Wait for your lord's call.
And she curtsies and shows you the rest of the way out. Meanwhile, back in the room.
Thanks for the cheese.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Just loudly just slams the coins on his desk.
And
I'm
oh,
gonna-
how loud they are.
I'm gonna pick him up right away. Stand up. Oh, I guess I was already standing at this point. Thank you,
That is-
Mr. Draco.
That is 10 pounds of coin.
I just want to imagine Seraphine going, is my lord all right? And Del being like, oh, he'll be fine.
Thank you, Mr. Dracohorn. We'll be making a delivery for you tonight.
So you do not have it.
Well, I'm not gonna go walking into a noble's house with 5 pounds of Morden leaf on me. That'd be stupid.
Clearly you are not.
I can tell you all are very intelligent individuals.
Of course we are.
Clearly very good at your jobs. If you are
Absolutely.
satisfied, leave.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie,
As-
I'm really liking Lord Dracohorn here.
As I am passing by him, I am gonna just put a hand on his shoulder.
He like he does not like being touched.
Gonna ignore that. You're making the right choice here. And I'm gonna go.
always do.
Yeah, Cash will sheath his dagger and follow Foul out.
I mean, you're in for a penny, why not in for a pound? Slap his ass on the way out.
Oh my god.
Take me to dinner
Cannot.
first. Jeez. Fans
We just had cheese and wine.
Well,
Right.
some had cheese, some had wine, some had
As
absolutely nothing.
As the pair of you make your way out, Seraphine is standing outside looking very harried. She steps well out of your way.
Give her a big
Cassian
old smile and a
blows her
wave.
kiss.
She looks a little cross between disgusted and alarmed and maybe startled.
And then he's just going to head for the front door since he knows where it is.
Uh-huh. And you guys make your way out. The guards watch you every step of the way. But no one stops you. Meanwhile, Vayne, Seraphine does knock at the door.
Open it.
My lord, is everything all right? Should I have them stopped? Should I have the guards do anything?
It is not all right. My room is now disgusting.
I will send the
Animals
maids
were-
to clean it right away.
They tracked all the mud in. Did not
Yes.
even wipe their boots.
Yes, my lord. I will have the maids in
And-
here to scour it clean immediately. Anything
They
else,
put
my
the
lord?
muddy boots on your desk.
That will be all.
Yes, my lord. And you guys make your way out of House Dracohorn.
I think everybody was right, and it's best that Fig was not involved in that at all.
Yes. Hash is going to, once we get out and down the street a little bit, Cash is going to look at Val and say, I'll meet you back at the inn. And just, split apart, take a very circuitous route, because he knows he's going to change back into himself.
Yeah, it's actually not too much longer either. About 20 minutes you feel that change. It's about 25-30 for you, Val.
Well, I'm gonna go into the grass somewhere, and somewhere where it's taller, some bushes or something, and wild shape into a cat.
Okay.
Then I'll walk my way over to the furniture's fate.
Just going straight to the fate, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So you turn into a cat and you make your way to the fate.
Oh, sorry. No, I'll stop by my hole first, and then I'll go to the fate.
Yeah. That makes more sense. You dropping the whole
Yeah.
bag in? All 500 tries?
Yep.
Okay. And then you make your way to the fate. It is early afternoon, about the same time you were here yesterday, to be honest. So again, there's only like one customer in here, and it ain't Dorn.
Okay. I'll grab a drink and just breathe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'll probably spend a while there.
Yeah. Dorn doesn't show up.
That's cool.
All right. Cash, you make it back to Sign of Thunder.
He will go up to their room, look at Fig, frown, and then say, I need a bath.
Fig, who is now in Fig form and is just covered in flour, looks up at Cassian, kind of startled, and goes, You're not expecting me to draw it for you, are you?
What? No. I was just warning you. Never mind. He's clearly, not super fine with what he did.
He just looks puzzled for a second, but doesn't push it because she is very clearly not even a little bit fine with what they did, and she doesn't even know what they did. So she's like, if I just don't talk about it, I can ignore that it happened.
So you gonna head downstairs and ask for somebody to draw you a bath?
Yes.
Yeah, Thorin is awake right now, Mavis's son, and he says he'll start sending the water up right away.
Thank you very much. And he'll go back upstairs and is just quiet while he's the water is being brought up, and he's
So about the water being brought up, it's not being carried up in buckets. a young boy comes in and heads over to the tub that's there in the room and touches it with his hand, and water just starts flowing out.
Oh. Cassian looks at him and says, "Did you do that with magic?"
Well, it might be magic, but it's just the dwarven pipes, ma'am. Sir, my lord.
Cassian kind of waves that away and says, "So could I do it?"
Really? You just touch here to turn it on, you touch here to turn it off. Comes out a bit hot for me.
He will attempt to turn it on and off to Zor.
Yeah, you turn it off, you turn it on.
Fig, who was very studiously looking at her notes, is now completely fascinated with these dwarven pipes things. She's not getting up, but she's watching.
They're not
Quite
that.
convenient.
They're not like super rare in Cormyr, but they're not. They're certainly not common either, especially in a tavern.
Thank you very much. This is quite convenient.
Of course, my lord. Anything else?
No,
Do
thank
you
you.
need a
And
towel or?
towel would be excellent. And he'll
Yes, my
give
lord.
him 2 copper thumbs.
And he'll take them, smile at you, and then rush off to get you a
Fig,
towel.
wait, before he rushes off, Fig
He'll
will say,
hesitate.
maybe also a pot of tea and 2 cups. Or a pot of hot water, at least.
What, did she ask for, tea or water?
She wants tea, but if they don't have tea, water will do, and
Is she asking for tea or water?
She's asking for tea.
Chamomile ginseng?
I think chamomile, thank you.
Yes, my lady? And then he turns.
Once he's out of the room, she looks at Cassian and goes, "You look like you could use some tea."
Cassian is like in the middle of pulling his shirt off, and so he stops with it kind of above his head, tangled in his arms, and he looks extremely stupid as he looks at her and says, "Do I?"
Fig just kind of smiles a vaguely sad little smile and nods, and then goes back to her notes. Like she's clearly like looking for a pattern or something, and is not intending to move out of the room unless you ask her to. But she's also not peeping at you because whatever.
Right. It's totally fine. He'll strip down, get into the bath, immediately start washing his hair.
Yep. The boy returns just a not long later, maybe 10 minutes later, drops off a towel, a teapot, and 2 mugs, bows, and makes his way back out.
Fig will take the towel over to put it near the tub and then have the tea ready for Cassian when he's done, although she's going to start enjoying hers now.
Delryar, what have you been doing since you left House Dracohorn?
I went and stashed my new book in my room and grabbed the helmet to the armor and went on a search for an armor.
As an aside, do we have a handout that lists the names and ages of all the children who have been kidnapped? Because I thought we did, and I can't find it.
Yes. That was attached to the
letters from Mira.
Yeah.
There's the attached notes. So if you go to correspondence, letters from Mira, there's attached notes.
Okay, thank you.
Del, you find you said an armor? Is that who you're looking for?
Yes. or whatever passes for one here. But I assume this is a large enough town that it has an actual armor.
It is, yeah. There is an armorer in town. His name is Harold Ironfist. You find he's a large, burly man. Hold on one sec. His shop is the Iron Fist's Anvil, and it does have the sign itself is an anvil, and like next to the anvil is a like breastplate, a cuirass, and that's how you know it's an armor. And yeah, you head inside, and he does have several suits of chain armor, plate armor. Well, not full plate, but pieces of plate. And he looks up as you enter. He is not currently like bent over the forge or anything. He's currently just working quietly on a piece of chain, and he looks up as you enter. Ah, welcome.
I was hoping that you might be able to figure out some information about a piece of armor for me.
I might. Good.
And he'll put the helmet on the workbench.
Huh. He'll set down his chain and his pliers. He leans forward. May I?
Yes.
And he'll pick it up and start turning it over in his hands very carefully. Well, it's an older style. He starts running his finger along one of the joins where two pieces of metal came together. Huh. Not seen workmanship like this before. Normally we'd hammer this out. You would never even see this. We'd make it look like a single piece of metal. I'm not sure what this is.
It's old.
The style is maybe 300-400 years. Five, maybe. Looks in good condition.
Well,
Could use a polish.
we did more damage to the rest of the suit.
I see.
It unfortunately was enchanted to attack us recently.
Ah. Eh? Did a bomber chanted to attack you? Like without a man inside?
And was carrying a shield that was able to shoot lightning.
Uh-huh. Oh. He looks back at the helmet again and starts running his thumb over that. Lightning, you say?
I do.
Huh. Oh. What do you need me for?
I'm no armor. I was curious if you had any insight as to maybe who or what crafted it.
Who or what crafted this? From a helmet alone, I can tell you someone very strong and someone with access to some kind of magic, probably, is my guess. I'm not even sure. Lightning maybe could do this, and he runs his thumb over the welds again. Maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe if I saw the rest of the armor, I could tell you more, but honestly, I probably couldn't.
Could you perhaps point me in a direction?
Of someone who could.
Yes.
My guess is they've got more sages and antiquarians than we've got here. Not exactly a town full of history, as it were. More of a border outpost, you know.
And it was certainly of a style I had not seen, and it piqued my interest.
He offers you the helmet back. If you would like to bring the rest in, I'd be happy to take a look. I just don't want to get your hopes up.
I will certainly bring it by, though, as I said, it's a bit more beat
Damaged.
up. Yes.
No worries, I'm
It did
seen
try
my
to kill us
share
after
of
all.
damaged armor before. I'm sure it'll be fine, as it is. Where did you say you found it?
Why can't I remember the name of the keep?
Well, there are two names for it that you know. Either House, what was it? House Drothglas, or the Community Manor.
Was, we were looking around the community manor about haunting. And, well, I think we figured out what it was.
Oh. You know, I'd heard the kids mentioning that. I thought it was just poppycock. Well, bring it by. I'll take a look.
Of course. And he'll hand over a silver.
Oh, you're quite generous, my lord. Thank you.
I appreciate your time.
Does anyone have anything else they'd like to do today?
I
Nope,
think
not
I'll
really.
go try and shop around for magic items.
You've lived here long enough to know there is not a regular magic item shop in this town.
Okay, gotcha. Then I won't do that.
There might be like a couple of random merchants who have magic items now and again, but there's definitely not like a stable shop.
Okay. Can I think of one that typically has stuff that's more like utilitarian or like maybe is geared towards like adventuring gear and stuff and sometimes has some utilitarian magical items?
You mean a merchant that comes through sometimes?
No, just anyone that, sells stuff here, like...
Not that would have it regularly. I will say, one of the downtime activities mentioned in Xanathar's is finding magic items. So you might want to have a look at that. And next time you guys get a long rest, that'd be a good use of your downtime. Anybody else? All right. I think then we will end here. I know it's just slightly early, but not that early. I hope you guys had fun today, and we will pick up next week. We'll probably... Rob should be back next week, so we'll probably see what... we'll probably start by seeing what he was up to while you guys were doing this. Since I suspect he was off doing his own thing, he did mention some plans that his character has. So we'll get to that. And then pick up with continuing the story. So, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
XP. Let me see.
Thanks for having me again.
Yes, thank you
Thanks
very
for joining.
much, Mark.
Thanks for
I
coming.
love your portrayal of Vayne every time. It is always a treasure.
Oh, thanks.
I hope you know that you've delivered his lines in such great form that now he is Alan Rickman to me.
To prepare the first time, I looked up Jason Isaacs and Christopher Lee, and then
Yeah, I could definitely
the,
do
Christopher
that.
Lee.
the short one word phrases is definitely Snape, but you know.
You all gain 150 XP.
Nice.
Man, this is the easiest 150 XP I ever got.
Some
What
tough
does that-
baking.
What does that total put us at? Because I don't.
1410.
Okay, thank you.
I will update Rob here.
I wasn't sure if my sheet got updated last time.
And let's see here. Oh, Cassian, your fierce loyalty, extreme protectiveness, fixing other people's problems. Go ahead and gain inspiration. Del, you're just never satisfied, are you? You just had to ask for one more book. Go ahead and gain inspiration. And Val, you are very good at remaining calm no matter what. Even when you are doing the stupidest thing you have done in this entire campaign and likely to get yourself killed if you make a mistake. Go ahead and get inspiration.
Yep.
Fig, even though it kept you out of the last half of the adventure today, your sincerity, your dedication to never pretending to be something you're not earns you inspiration. And that is our session.
It's okay. I knew that was a decision I was making that would cut me out of it, but I felt it was IC for her, so I'm not fussed about it.
Yeah, it all worked out. Besides, she got the peanut gallery, you guys being idiots, so, you know.
Which is always great.
Always great. So, thank you guys. I hope you had fun. Mark, if you would stick around, I want to talk to you a bit. If you
Hell
have
yeah.
the time. The
Thanks,
rest of you guys,
everybody. Thank you, Kevin.
have a great
Yeah,
evening.
thank you, Niv. Thanks, guys.
Get good sleep.
See you all next week.